You're welcome. Congratulate you that you are determined to live a new life. And we have a duty to ensure, right?
Yes, sir.
That your country that you are ready to serve is prepared to allow you to continue your service.
Thank you, sir.
We're going to find out from them in case any of you wants to go back to the armed forces. We're going to ask them to take you back. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Because the same problem we had when you were going to prison, when they convicted you, it's even worse now. I'm sure you are aware.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You understand? So we're going to fight for you and ensure that justice is done to each and every one of you. So I wish you well. Do you want to go travel?
Yeah, I want to
Sir, as we are now, like myself, I have to go to Benue and see my family first to know their condition before I proceed to Kano, sir.
My own, no. I like to travel, go village.
Hmm?
I like to travel, go village.
When?
Tomorrow, so that I will see my family. For a long time, I did not see them. Since I entered this government, I never see them with eyes. Up to now.
Like, they didn't ask of you?
Sir. Ask of us.
Some of your family, some.
They do, sir.
Not all. Huh?
They do ask. In fact, they are worried.
But you didn't inform them that you are going to be released?
Yes.
Huh?
Some they are aware, sir.
No, what I mean is that if your family know that you are going to be released,
Yes, sir.
you should have made some arrangement for you. Or what do you think?
Yeah,
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Clement. While you're sitting here now, let us know, those who want to travel.
Yes, sir.
I know we require some assistance.
Okay, sir.
Let me know what you need. That we are pursuing your matters. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Because we believe you didn't commit any offense.
No,
Life in a law. Even for the people I defended, 60 of them were charged. 2, they dropped the charge against them. 4 are out through the court of appeal. In your own group, Clement is out through the mercy of God.
Yes.
So we are in court for legal.
Thank you, sir.
All right?
Thank you, sir.
Yes?
My name is Corporal Jasper Bridolo.
Corporal Jasper,
Bridolo, yeah.
thank you for joining us. Tell us, what led to your illegal detention? Just briefly.
What led to my...
To the illegal detention of you and your crew.
Okay, what led to my detention was as a result of what happened in Maiduguri May 13th and 14th, 2014. That's what led to my detention. When the issue was that it all started whereby soldiers, we went for an attack. We went for an attack. When we came to Maiduguri, 2014, in May, we went for an attack in Alagarmu. So, in that attack that we went for, the attack flopped because of, 1, lack of logistics, that is vehicles, weapons, armor personnel carriers and vehicles. So what went to the floor, and the operational plan that was initially made was not the one carried out, because not all the complete soldiers went for the attack from Blabli. So it was a failed operation. It was a failed operation totally. So we even lost some soldiers in that Alagarno. That was, if I could remember, on the 9th or so. On the 9th or 9th, if I could remember. But after that attack, now, they now said that some of our soldiers, a company of them, should go for to Chibok where they kidnapped those 200 and
Chibok girls.
Chibok girls, because some dignitaries are coming to that place. So our soldiers went to that very place, 70 of them. If I do my documents here, I could have even given you, So they went there, they went for the attack. They went to protect the VIPs. And the VIP, after leaving there, because the VIPs did not come on road, they came through helicopter. So our own soldiers now coming back to Maiduguri now to come and meet us, they entered into ambush. And that ambush, some of them were killed, and some of them escaped the ambush, and some of them were incapacitated because of bullet wound. So that was actually now caused the problem. When they came now, some of us have to go to rescue some of them. We rescue some of them back to the hospital in Mamalari cantonment. Then the dead corpse were also brought to the Malari cantonment hospital. Then the following day in the morning, soldiers and some women that were in the hospital around the area, they said that the GOC should come and let him come and see the corpse of those soldiers that were killed. He should not just be there, he should come and see it. Because initially when our battalion went to that operation, we requested for arms, which even if you look at the statement of the CEO, who is Colonel Olatoye, he requested for almost 15 armored personnel because Alagarumu is a very strong base of Boko Haram and air support. But as at that time, there was no weapon on the ground. Even for the GOC to kit us, we didn't go. We were the one that were even buying kits. Nobody give us boots. Nobody give us even fragmented jacket. We complained to the GOC. The GOC now said that we complained to the GOC. He sent his operational officer, and later on the GOC came by himself. He said that, do you know what people are doing is tantamount to mutiny? That he is giving orders that we should go for an attack, that we refuse to go. He now asks the RSM that, do you see what your men are doing? He said, the RSM said, sir, but if it's just weapons that the soldiers requested for and kits for them to carry out the operation, sir, tell the army quarter. He said that he's in a fix too, that this money, and as at that time, 2014, if you could remember, 2012 or so, the Senate approved 2.something billion for them to buy weapons, which went to defense. Those weapons we did not see. One.
Now, let's now calm down.
Yeah.
For how long now have you been in detention?
I've been in detention right from on the 17th of May, 2014. 2014. Yes, that's when after they said that they fired the GI, there was a sporadic firing in the cantonment. The GOC ran away from the barrack. That was on the 14th of May. And what prompted to that thing, because I later got to get a fact about the issue. Because women are selling there. They are selling food. The hospital is close to the soldiers' club. It's not more than just about 10 meters. So there are about many women who are selling food there. There are some women who come to visit their husband who have been wounded, giving them food with their children. So, and soldiers who come to buy food there. And I noticed that the battalion that the Boko Haram came and captured Bama barrack. and burned their houses. Some of the soldiers were in that very Mamalari cantonment. They were so bitter in that place, angry because they lost their property. And when the GOC now, what prompted that firing? What prompted that fire? Although the lawyer I was having then, he refused to say, he said that we should not say it. You understand? When I was eating, those women were saying that the GOC, when they came, they told him that, sir, look at the dead bodies. We requested from arms for you, you cannot, you did not provide. Look at the dead bodies that are in the ambulance now. The utterance that came out of his mouth made the women started stoning him with stones. Soldiers started firing sporadically. He ran out of the barrack. That's where he lost the command. That is the smoke behind the fire. He said that, and the comment that he made was that, according to how the women said, how can a commanding officer come and said, is it today that you people have seen soldiers that have been killed, that you people are gathering here? What about Boko Haram that have been killed? They don't have parents, they don't have mother and children.
That's terrible. Corporal, tell us, what are some of the issues that are burning in you?
What is burning in my heart is that so many gallant men died a death that they're supposed not to die. They died cheaply, and they made their wife widow because certain people want their pocket to be full. And today, none of those people has been prosecuted. They even allowed them to be even. The only one that I even heard of is that of the Dasuki himself. It's not just only him too. There are others. These people, they enrich themselves to make many soldiers, combatant soldiers, who are supposed to use good equipment and can face battle, to die cheaply. That's why the army is becoming weak. And you see, this money they're supposed to use to buy weapons, good training for soldiers, but they did not buy all these weapons for soldiers to train. That's why if you look at the first time, it is when I think Buhari regime, or when the thing has become so tough, and they started buying arms. It was all those crap, Sparta, all those old ammo tank that they went and kept in Bauchi, because I even went to Bauchi. I went to Bauchi to see where they camp all those armored personnel fighters. I saw them there, 2014, and I saw they went and, after they have given that 2-point-something billion, I saw those ammo and those people that train on how to fight with ammo tank. I saw them in Bauchi. They were training. They were complaining bitterly that all these Sparta that they are using, all these ammo tank, Shika, they are all scrap. That they are not functioning. They are even pushing them. I even saw when they were pushing them. Even when we want to go to Alagarunu attack, it is only 4 armor tanks. Something that a battalion, the CO requested for about 15 armor tanks and requested for air support so that it can be able to cross. That's why it's like they just use stick to pursue all the soldiers. So many soldiers lost their wife and their husband, and many soldiers died so cheaply because of these greedy men who have embezzled this billion. And today, the government of today is pampering them. They are still roaming about, living large in their mansion, but they don't know the havoc they have done to the common man who is fighting for them, fighting to defend this country. You understand? Because they will say, this one is really sick. You will see people that are working in the field. They will not recognize them for promotion, but they will recognize those that are cleaning their vehicle, washing their houses, washing their clothes. You see them, they'll promote them to even master one type. But a real combatant soldier will not get all those things. So please, the issue is that money that those people that the federal government released, that is it 2012 or 2013, I don't know.
That month.
They should, that money, they should investigate those people properly. If it is China, all those people, they are, or other countries, all those people are not supposed to go. They are $2.something billion. Go and see how soldiers are dying every day, every day. Now, people that are even coming into the system, soldiers are even tired. Some even just desert the job like that. I have many friends still call me today. They just desert the work. They say no, they can't die this kind of death. It is people that doesn't know now that some are even joining the job. I don't have much experience. The best soldiers, best of them, many of them have perished unnecessarily.
How long have you been in incarceration?
I've been there for 6 years before I was released by the state governor, Lagos state governor.
So tell us, in brief, what led to your being incarcerated in the first place? Was there a mutiny?
The charges was mutiny, but I'm not the one that did that. In fact, I don't even know how it comes about, but I was just surprised. They called me that my name was mentioned.
Wow. You are just like a victim of circumstance.
I was also, even when I asked, how did my name was mentioned? Who? I was detailing guards because I was the clerk then. So I was still taking records and detailing soldiers for duty when I was called to go and write a statement that my name was mentioned. I thought it's something that just like joke, like a dream. I was detained. I tried to prove my innocence, but the pressure was on me. They couldn't even listen to me. They moved me to Abuja. So I don't know whether it's because of my sincerity or my integrity that makes it happen that way. Because a lot of people have been committing a serious crime in this system, but nobody has been punished this manner. But I was surprised, as an innocent man, I did not do anything. And I found myself.
Now, what reliefs are you now seeking for from the authorities through your lawyer?
What I want the authority to do for me, they should please reinstate me. They should please reinstate me and let me continue from where I stopped, because I am an innocent soldier.
I'm last couple Igomu Emmanuel, working in 9th Brigade Intelligence Detachment, Ikeja Cantonment, Lagos.
So, briefly tell us what led to your being incarcerated.
In fact, in 2013, we are nominated to go Operation Zama Lafia Northeast in Maiduguri to combat the Boko Haram, the insurgents. And we are beefed up in the Ikeja Cantonment, taken to Niger State, Kotungora, and moved to Kaduna and flew to Maiduguri operation. And with the morale, we believing that to fight to defend our nations. But get there, we discover our first attack to go at Bulaburi, at Diff attack, and we ask for arms because those Boko Haram who have been briefed that they are using anti-aircraft AA, which are based on their training that we should, when you are fighting the insurgent, you also use the sophisticated weapon which can suppress them. So when we went to the attack, we discovered even the first attack when we went at Bulaburi, we are unable to succeed the attack as the result of failure from the arm. The AA we took, it does not unserviceable. In fact, I'm among the people who nominate as intelligent to go to Kotungura And when I went there, it's all the old vehicle Vivian that have been bought during Shagari are being reformed. And those things are not working, are breaking down. So we can even not, so even the day that we went to the attack, and we discovered that when we are enemy effective power, the power of the insurgent was enough. Even the jet that came, jet told us that it don't have enough ammunition. That is how we almost woefully fail. The morale of the soldier was high. And secondly, the GOC, Major General A. Mohammed, before we went to the attack, in process of addressing us that we have a problem, we asked him, sir, we are ready to fight this Boko Haram insurgents to defend our nation. And we ask a simple question. Please provide us a simple VBN anti-aircraft so that we can combat the Boko Haram as they are using those weapons. And he told us clearly, without ambiguous word, that the Nigerian army have been sleeping for long, thinking that such insurgent will not happen. So, and equipment, he told us that equipment is not something that you go to market and buy it in night, which they fail to prepare for the kind of current insurgent that is happening. That's one of the failure from the government side. And when we are in that process before they adopt those Chibok, so among intelligence and special force who went to rescue about the Chibok, I went to in the interview of the principal on that Chibok when they addressed with some intelligence general from CNN, came from other part of the country. So we are the people who provide the land security for them. So after the everything, so it is a rule in Medogre, after attacking, it's a rule that anything 6 o'clock to 8, we should not move. And suddenly we are surprised after the interview, Major General A. Mohammed asked us to move from Chibok at that particular night, a local government very far to the Medogre town, to move around that place. When we asked, the commander said it's an order, and which we cannot refuse the order as a training soldier. So along the way, we were calling, that is how we are being ambushed. We were like 15 vehicles, soft-ski vehicle. And one of the things that make we have the casualty most because we are using soft-ski vehicle, which is not supposed to be. Adimbi, we are using like VVA or all those armor-plated tank. Those attacks, the casualty could have not reached to that level. And at that point, they ambushed us in 2 sides, and we lost almost 200 soldiers at that particular point. I'm one of the lucky who are wounded in action, rushed to hospital, the rescue at Malari cantonment. I was shot, and as God helped me, and they rescued me to Malari cantonment. But the following day, they rescued almost mutilated dead corpse. That is when they brought those dead corpses to Medogre, Malari cantonment. The soldier that in the Malari cantonment, when they saw the death rate, that is why some of them start getting angry that Adimbi, the government could have provided those equipment. At least the casualty is not up to the line. In my training as intelligence security expert is that casualty is allowed, but when they start above 20 casualties is allowed. When they start above 80%, that is where that is means something is wrong. And that is why they saw the number of the soldiers died as a result of that attack because of the soft vehicle or soft ski and AK-47. And the basic training is that you cannot use AK-47 to face anti-aircraft. It is not done. It is when we training, when you see the enemy using AA or MG and you AK, you reinforce and get those equipment that can suppress those things. And that is why those insurgents are able to survive. And also, one of other reasons is that the Nigerian army, they have sabotaged the effort of the operation. Because I surprised the last operation that we went, that Colonel Olade, it was our CEO. And a day to the operation, there is a signal. That is a deep operation. There is a signal from that moment we have to the man to be withdrawn to Abuja and the 2 ICU to lead the operation. And the following day when we went to the operation, when we are at the enemy attack, the insurgent was calling the 2IC. How are they get to know that it's not the CO that lead operation, is the 2IC? That means there is a sabotage, there is a leakage of espionage, leakage of information. That is why those insurgents are able to succeed in the government troop. If they want to address and they want to come back to the drawing table to find everlasting solution, that means some of those egg at the uppermost level that try to sabotage the image because they are using to make money. Because they are our RSA, sometimes you have not been paid for 3 months, 4 months, and other people are using those money. You can see example, one of the major general who a 3D or GOC who pack the money, the main for the soldier. So the problem, it is not the truth. The problem is for those who are commander. So if they should find a solution, and I still have some information that is top information, which I will not say for now.
Now, what kind of relief are you seeking for now? What are your demands now? Do you see yourself being reabsorbed back to the Nigerian army? What kind of compensation are you sought?
As a patriotism citizen of this country, one of my aim is to defend and protect the life of this country. And that is why I choose to join the Nigerian army, because I love my country. But other side, when I enlisted in the job, I discovered all my morale and my tension was down, because those things that are supposed to be provided for me to enhance me was not there. So now I still have a morale to defend my country, because at the course of the operation, a lot of life who have been lost, because I've been moving from Achigacha to Operation Dambuwa, down to Chibok, down to Goza, Askruba, or Goza, Dambuwa, all have is to show that I love my country and the world in the unity. That is why. So my own feeling now, if the federal government can find a solution to resolve this issue, so that we can erode and also combat the day, and also find a solution to the problem of the insurgent, I will be very glad.